back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Here's Fox. And that one's long. Chicago has gone 6 of 8 from the three-point line in this matchup. All right, time for an injury report. All right, let's find out the news on Harrison Barnes. Allie, what do you have?
Hi, guys. The head athletic trainer for the Kings provided some info for us, and it seems to be a sprained ankle. They're trying to control the pain and the swelling right now. And in this crucial time of the season, any injury can have a major impact on a team. They'll have to make some immediate adjustments, guys.
Well, we appreciate it, Allie. Hoping to see him back on the court soon, guys.
They really hope to have him back, but it's so crucial that he's healthy when he returns.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, De'Aaron Fox is a competitor. He said, I want to win. I know there's more than I can do. Just trying to create a spark, some type of energy. You can talk about what you did in high school and college, but you have to take it to a totally different level if you want to be one of those guys in the league. Brian?
Allie, thank you. Now here's Davis. That one is off. Some solid defense from Williams. Here's DeRozan. Again, the Bulls score.
Oh, the lost art of the mid-range jumper. DeRozan dialing it in.
And seems hard to believe, but it's been almost 40 years since the Kings moved to Sacramento.
And, you know, maybe they haven't hung any banners, but they've had some special players and some great seasons in that time. And they mean a lot to that community. His fourth foul already.
And so it's Chicago in control with this.
The Bulls 63, the Kings 47. Here they come, fans. Turn your attention.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will. Teams will make substitutions. Taking a look at Sacramento. Up front, it'll be Murray and Sabonis. Malik Monk is out there with.
Substitution on the court.
Down low. Here's Drummond. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight.
And this is where Lonzo Ball gets you excited. As a teammate, he's going to get you the ball.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Back to Fox. The three from Barnes. Gets the three to fall. Barnes has got 9 points in the quarter.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
From behind the arc. And again, it's Chicago with a 3.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And it's Fox missing.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Dub. Herder defending. This one for 3. Ooh, coming through again. Shooting 5 for 7 now.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
The 3 from Barnes. Offensive rebound. Banked it in off the glass. Lyles has got 5 now.
It's interesting. They definitely had more three-point attempts in the first half. Not sure why they went away from it.
Pass to Dub. 4-3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor. That's a tough walk back to the showers. Pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays back.
Beverly, he's checked in for Chicago. The Kings also with a sub. Metu's checked in. .35 seconds left in the third quarter. Fox for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls.
He's looking pretty unsettled at the moment. Doesn't seem like he has a great feel for his shot.
Levine, good.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And And the basket by Dub. Give him 20.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
Pass to Herter. They need this. Kept alive by Sacramento. And it's Metu missing. Here's Dub. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Chicago Bulls in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back after this word. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Even though the position is called.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're all going home happy tonight.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.
Into the wreck, Mr. Shines to corner three. Hey! Making passing an art form. This is a tough choice.
At this late stage of the season, how hard is it, Greg, for teams not to look ahead to the playoffs and the postseason at this point?
Kevin, just about impossible. I mean, if you're already in position, the trap you can't fall into is easing up down the stretch and backpedaling into the postseason.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Two big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Fighting in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniels. And it's Conley in at the point. Now, here's McDaniel. Coming off a stellar performance against Boston. Timberwolves leading by 5. And so in the game for the Timberwolves. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Then there's McDaniels. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. Count that one.
Well, Karl Anthony Towns can make face-up perimeter jump shots, no doubt. But when he's got this part of his game cooking, look out.
Here's Dub. His last outing with 20 points. Good on the three-point shot. Dub's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it. Guys, you have to remember, when thinking and talking about the Minnesota Timberwolves, it's an organization that is still so young.
Here's Noel, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Green will bring it up for Chicago. 4-point game. This game coming on the heels of their win against the Kings.
Yeah, and that one, unbelievable shooting display, especially from long range. That turned out to be the difference.
Well, and I think what that was a product of was their movement off the basketball. Just tremendous work on the perimeter.
You know, basketball historians will remember that the Minneapolis Lakers, Doris, won 5 titles before, and again for 3.
His shooting has been something that we rarely see, and he's sustained it all year long.
Well, it's been an incredible journey for him as he moves closer and closer to second on the all-time three-point leaderboard. Noel, no good.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Here's Dub, defended by Gobert. Here's Dub, another 3 for Chicago.
defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Alexander Walker passes to Towns. Here's Alexander Walker. Beyond the arc. Towns, no luck.
Well, he tries to answer with a three of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Here's Dub. He's got 9. 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Bulls from deep.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Timberwolves trail by 3. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. And so it's Zach LaVine making things happen for the Bulls.
The Bulls, 58. The Timberwolves, 56. Make some noise, fans, for the one and only.
And it's good to have you back with us as we celebrate St. Patrick's Day with more NBA action on 2K Sports. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half. Got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
The wing set for him, LaVine and DeRozan. Green is out there with Vucevic, and it's Dub in at the 1. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half.
You know, anticipation is a huge part of defense, and he played it perfectly right there.
Here's Dub, and the Bulls another 3.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Substitution on the court.
Third quarter of basketball here in just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Dosunmu, the pass to Dub. From downtown, yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And how about the performance we're seeing from him? Not one miss on the day.
And there's the foul. He'll go on Dub. It's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
And he has to take that long, slow walk back to the bench here. He'll watch the rest of this one from the sideline.
Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Dosunmu. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter of the game. Here's McDaniels. Off target with his 3.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an end.
Connects again from distance.
Up the ladder he goes as the threes continue to fall for him, as they have all season long.
And GA, with his performance, he is now tied for second. And so it's Chicago winning this one. Some good moments throughout this one, but they have the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester. And that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K
Play Now Online is the OG mode of competitive 2K, and I personally love watching two players go head-to-head.
So when we saw the stats of the next Play Now Online guest, we were all so impressed, we just had to get them on the show.
And you'll probably pick up a tip or two along the way. Here is CT Hezzy. Our next guest is, and you might know him as CT Hezzy. Hezzy, welcome to the show.
And these are two high-flying teams, Grant. Loads of athleticism on the floor. What's it like to play in a game like this?
Oh, B.A., it is the best. It's so much fun. I mean, of course, here we're expecting lots of fast breaks, dunks, just in general, a lot of action. And, of course, the fans love these type of games. I can't wait.
And let's check Miami's starting lineup. Kyle Lowry out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Bam Adebayo. And it's Butler in at the 3. And that's out of bounds. Miami will keep it. Here's Butler. And it's Chicago with a board. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat. Came out with a victory.
And they won that last game between these teams easily, posting a scorching hot field goal percentage.
Here's Dub. And again for 3.
And that three-pointer pushes him further up the all-time ladder.
And the next mark on his list, the top spot. What a season to remember. With all the fan support MP has now, it's easy to forget how tough it was for him at the beginning.
Yeah, think about this. Booed on draft night, a hostile home crowd early on. That's all in the past now. He's endeared himself to the fans and the whole community.
Now here's Oladipo. He's coming off a third. Here's Levine. And Grant, no team better than Miami at developing undrafted prospects.
I mean, for key roles, too. You look at last year's playoffs. Strus, Martin, Vincent, Robinson. It's allowed Miami to stay on top in a salary cap-driven league.
Levine and DeRozan, the star-studded wings. Green out there with Nikola Vucevic. And it's Dub in at point guard. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, Jimmy Butler's focus is all on team success. In fact, his agent said whenever he calls Jimmy to congratulate him on personal accolades like All-NBA team, for example, Jimmy hangs up in his face before he can finish the sentence. Brian, for Butler, there's only one prize that really matters.
The first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going.
The Bulls 47, the Heat 44. Fans, please give a big round of applause.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It has been one outstanding game from Jimmy Butler.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Setting the floor for Miami. We've got Kevin Love, Kyle Lowry out there with Victor Oladipo. Then there's Butler, and it's Adebayo in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Dub. He's guarded by Oladipo. Here's Dub. Just 5 on the clock. Off target from three-point range.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Ooh, too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation.
Oh, guys, the city of Chicago is used to the highest standard. The shadow of those Michael Jordan teams still looms large.
And so he hits the technical free throw.
He's an incredible competitor. Kyle Lowry loves the challenge. He'll fight you tooth and nail. Teammates, they feed off his energy. Just a little too aggressive. His 5th foul of the night. Expect him.
Substitution on the court.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter. Pass to Strus. Here's Martin. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Bulls ball.
It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
Yeah, what a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
Here's Dub. He's got 5. A little under 3.5 minutes off the clock now in the third quarter. There's the triple. Sinks the tray. give him 8 points now. It feels like once you get a taste of winning, you never want that to end, Grant.
But the reality is, for most franchises, it does end for long periods of time. I hope the fans do appreciate this current Bulls team. There's something to be proud of. That's a tough walk back to the showers. Pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays back.
DeMar DeRozan. So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yes, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Steve Smith, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports coverage of the NBA. We'll see you next time.
Phoenix Suns. And of course, OGs know that online head-to-head was really where the competitive space started. So what do you like specifically about competing in online head-to-head with these different various teams?
It's just fun when I get to compete, against another live person, obviously, head-to-game mode.
And for fans out there, I'm sure there's a lot of
given how much these teams run, Clark, the bench play could be big.
Absolutely, Kevin. I mean, with how much these teams like to get up and down and push it, I think it's going to be one of those windshield wiper games. So a bunch of guys could get some action tonight.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine and DeRozan, the lethal wing pair. Green is out there with Vucevic, and it's Dub in at the 1.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Dub. That is his first foul of the game.
Personal foul. And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
To the paint. Here's Harden. Look out!
And Harden, an absolute vicious dunker. Terrific at bouncing towards the rim, but the epic throwdown.
Here's Dub. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Stolen. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Lets it go from deep. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And, guys, James Harden continues to be one of the most dominant offensive forces.
Kevin, I don't think there's any question about it. No matter what city is on the front of his jersey, as long as Harden is on the back of it, you can expect the ball to go through the twine and for him to drop dimes, too. He's clearly one of the best scorers of this generation by far.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, I was able to talk with Doc Rivers for a minute. They've had a difficult time in this matchup. They've lost both games so far this season. I asked him how he thought they could turn around. He said, we have to improve our defensive intensity, quicken our rotations. We can make things tough around the rim with our shot blockers, but we also have to close out on the perimeter. We'll see if they can flip the script tonight, Kevin. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Obviously, they feel that's the strategy that will earn them the W.
And Kevin, when you're disruptive defensively, especially early on, that can help change the complexion of the rest of the game.
Exactly. I mean, because you're creating turnovers, getting into transition, playing in the open court against a defense that's not set, and hopefully getting some easy points at the other end.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
So the Bulls, their last game, a win against Miami. And here in the first, about 3 minutes in, here's Tubb. No good from outside.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Maxey passes to Harris. Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. It's stolen by DeRozan. Here's Levine. And oh, he jams it right over Tobias Harris. Wow!
Well, that steal was really triggered by the quick instincts of DeRozan. Very aware and then anticipating the pass.
Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. #1. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tubb. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Outside Maxey for three. The 76ers with another miss.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give them that much room. They're forced.
Oh,
DeRozan.
And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Took him no time at all on that one.
4-3.
Dubs got the lead up to 14 now for the Bulls. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Chicago.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And another thing they've done so well is convert fast break opportunities. Great job trusting their guys and getting those easy ones. And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
Now DeRozan after the missed three from Tyrese Maxey. Here's Dub, guarded by Embiid. The 76ers trail by 17.
And certain teams take on the attitude of their city. And over the years, Philadelphia has been one of them. The Sixers known for having tough teams, much like the town.
White is checked in for Dosunmu.
#1.
And Greg, you mentioned this.
Substitution.
And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very...
the first half with a score. Your 76ers, 39. The Bulls, 42. And how about a big round of applause for your Sixers?
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to...
Substitution
for the Bulls. Harden out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Tobias Harris. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's Niang in at the power forward position. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Levine passes to Dub. Just 5 on the clock. Traps in the tray. Dub's got 21.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic at getting to his spots on the floor.
Harden kicks to Niang. From the line, the 76ers with another miss.
You look at him, and he's a little hit and miss from there, even without a defender in his face. No guarantee.
Here's Dub. 21 points in the game. The three ball. Another three for Chicago.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Dub.
Substitution on the court.
Now, here's ball. Defended by Milton. Here's Tubb. Offline with his three.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
It's clearly been their edge, and in a close game like this, you look for every edge you can find.
Seconds left to play in the third. Drains it from beyond the arc.
3 points.
Tubbs got 9 points now in just the second half.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
The tray. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
And so in Chicago, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. So with Vucevic on the bench, here's the group that Billy Donovan has on the floor. Green is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Dubb, then it's DeRozan, and it's Ball in at the shooting guard position. Greg, we know from time to time things get pretty chippy out there. What kind of things would get under your skin when you played in the NBA?
Oh, guys tended to talk a little trash, and that could rattle. That could bother you at times, but you really just tried to maintain.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll do it, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long and good night, everyone.
Yeah. One jump, click the click. Hit boy, but I ain't like you kids. They know what time it is. Peel off Lambo tire skid. Doing the most. Imagine you.
Well.
Now, a lot of people I know that are great in head-to-head like to make a lot of play calls. How important is play calling to winning these games?
It's definitely key because it throws off your opponent. It gives it gives him a different look that he might not be expecting, him or her at least. So I like to sprinkle in plays here and there. And the playbook I actually use is go to a little 5-out though, man. Set him on a back cut. Yep. They can't guard you, Fox. Fox going to the rim is OD, man. You can't even stop it. And I've dropped a couple videos and tutorials on it. And yeah, so that's my.
A matchup of two of the league's top centers tonight, RJ. These kind of battles are different than they were just a few years back.
Yeah, big men, they have really entered into a new phase of dominance. These versatile centers in the league, they can do everything. They can run the floor. They can pass. You can run your offense through them. They can shoot from deep. They do a little bit of everything.
Incredible athletes. So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. Up front, it's Tucker at the 4, next to Embiid in the middle. Maxey out there with James Harden. And it's Harris in at the 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Outside Tucker.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Harris outside. Outside for Harden. 5 on the clock. Pass to Embiid. Second shot opportunity. That one no good. Chicago has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Here's Dub. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Fires the 3. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
To the wing on the left. Here's Maxey. Rebound by the Bulls. Coming off that win against the Sixers.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching. Having your players focused.
He buries it from 3.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
And that's his second foul committed.
All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Bulls?
DeRozan at the line for 1.
Levine is the 2 with DeRozan at the 3. Nikola Vucevic is out there with Green. And it's Dub in at the point. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter.
You know, in the past several seasons, there's been one constant with the 76ers. They're going to be among the best defensive teams in the league.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, BA. Well, Joel Embiid drawing comparisons to some legendary big men. He said, quote, I want to be mentioned as one of the greats. That's my goal. And obviously being a Hall of Famer. But you've got to take step by step, one day at a time. It's going to take a lot of work, and I'm willing to put it in, guys.
He's well on his way, Allie. Thanks. The Sixers' identity really does center around their defense.
It's so true, BA, and they've done a great job playing to their strengths. That's the key for any contending team. Maximize your players' talents. Philly has done that as well as anybody. All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Harris on the wing. Back to Harden. He shoots. And it's cleared by Vucevic.
Not that time, but that's a shot that he's going to make more oftentimes than not.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Connects again from distance.
With every three-pointer made now, he comes closer and closer to that top spot in the record books.
And you know he wants it. He's been drilling threes all season and is well within striking distance. Three-pointer, Harden. The Sixers with another miss.
Nothing just seems to be bouncing his way today. Mama said there'd be days like this. They have missed his production.
Just continuing to pile it on, refusing to let up.
If he has space in the mid-range, he'll let it fly. Doesn't matter if the score is tied or they are up big. They might start using him a little bit more sparingly with 3 fouls already before the half.
Now a timeout called by Philadelphia. Their last encounter was in Philadelphia.
And in their last game against this club, turnovers really were a problem for them.
And they have to clean that up. Play smart and value the ball.
Outside Maxey. Oh, that one's off. Still out of sync. Chicago's got it going from deep. 3 for 3 so far in the quarter. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. On target from range. 21 points in the game.
He just has a great feel from the perimeter tonight. 3 triples in the first quarter, and he keeps them coming.
Here's Harden. Pass to Embiid from 12 feet. That one a little long.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
Here's Dub. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. From the arc. And how about that? 8 for 9 now.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes. His 4th foul already, and we're not even at halftime. They'll likely limit his minutes the rest of the way.
Andre Drummond is checked in for Green. Melton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Milton comes in for James Harden. Well, the NBA has gotten tougher on flagrant fouls. But you see instances where guys get hurt. They miss a lot of time to get. So as we conclude the first half, a fairly one-sided.
With a score, the Bulls 55, the 76ers 31.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game. Ends up going with a new group, and the 76ers will have a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Embiid. Niang comes in for Tucker. Melton, he's checked in for Harris. And Milton subbed in for Harden. And the 76ers, looking at who they've got. George Niang out there with Montrezl Harrell. Then there's Shake Milton. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Melton in at small forward. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field in the third quarter. 8 of 16. The Sixers with another miss.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Launches it. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable. That's a tough walk back to the showers. Pretty sure he'd like to have a couple of those plays back.
Beverly, he's checked in for Chicago. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off. So it's the Bulls winning this one easily. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump. And once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Brian Anderson saying thank you for tuning in. So long, everybody.
And of course, in NBA 2K, there's so many teams. Do you have any favorite teams that you like to play as when you're competing in online head-to-head?
I'm going to sound biased, but my actual favorite team right now is the Sacramento Kings.
He's been talking a lot of trash, so
You know, as the regular season, Greg, winds down, you can feel things start to change around the league, can't you?
Yeah, I mean, some teams are getting totally in the zone for the playoffs, while other squads are using this time to plan for next year and try to figure out what went wrong.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Levine, good, another from 3.
Nails it and is now even for the record.
Hard to believe, isn't it? His next shot from range will move him into the top spot all time for threes in a season.
And to think a few years ago, hitting 300 threes was impossible. Then Curry hits 402 in 2016, and just years later, the 402 plateau has been reached again. You just can't make this stuff up.
So the Chicago Bulls able to put up the first points on the board. They get the rebound. Six on the shot clock. Shoots the three. That one misses. And it's Portland the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there. Where he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Launches it. And again for three.
And who thought it couldn't be done? That three moving him into history.
You could feel it as soon as it left his hand. He is the king of the three and now stands alone at the top of the list.
And back in 2016, Curry had a year that I didn't think anyone could match until now. 402, no longer the high mark for threes in a season. The era of the long ball is truly upon us. Have game, will travel. These fans seeing what he's all about.
And he continues, GA, to add to his season total, knocking him down from long range.
I feel like as the season's gone on, the green light has gotten brighter and brighter. I mean, how can a coach ever be mad if he's pulling up from deep with the type of year he's at?
And we see Portland revamping on the fly. A lot of changes, but it's not a rebuild. This new look roster hoping to keep the Blazers relevant while also giving them a greater upside long term.
And it's the Bulls with the ball. After the missed three from Damian Lillard. Snatched up. Green makes it off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Here's Dub, covered by Lillard. Here's Dub, and they come right back with their own three-pointer. Dub's got 9.
And off to an incredible start here early from long range.
And it's Lillard missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Dub. Another three for Chicago.
3 points. Yeah, great outside shooting, really fueling this run.
And here's Lillard. He brings it up for Portland. 9-point game. Victory eluded them. The shot by Lillard, wide open. And the three ball is good. Lillard's got the lead up to 1 now for the Trailblazers. Taking a look at the Bulls. The wing set for him, Levine and DeRozan. Vucevic is out there with Green, and it's Dub in at the point.
Blazers ball.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Dub. That's his third foul of the game.
4th team foul.
A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. Simons finds Thibault. Good ball movement here by the Trailblazers. And it's Lillard missing.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
And the 0 Damian Lillard wears on his jersey is more than just a number to him.
Yeah, Greg, we know that represents the letter O, as Dame grew up in Oakland, went to college in Ogden, and became an NBA star in Oregon. Oh my, that's a lot of O's.
And that was the Mobile One drive. Well worth a second look.
And putting that pressure on the rim, that's what it's all about, threatening with that attack.
Lillard misses. Chicago's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. DeRozan surveying the D. Five on the clock. 14 feet away, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Little. He's looking for Lillard and finds him. And the shot goes in. Lillard's got 5 points in the quarter.
And you love for a guard, a guy that small, the tenacity that Lillard has in the paint, just not afraid of the bigger guys.
And that's going to be a turnover. They call him for 8 seconds. So for the Trailblazers, Cam Burge is checked in for Nurkic, and it's Reddish in for Matisse Thybulle. And the Bulls making a change also. Beverly's checked in. Portland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter, just 2 of 6 from long range.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
The first one falls. Well, Greg, we see it every year. Those overachieving teams in the NBA. What enables them to be greater than the sum of their parts?
Well, listen, luck can play a part, but confidence is a huge factor as well. If you walk into that gym every night believing you'll find a way to win, oftentimes you do.
And both free throws good for Damian Lillard.
And you look at the loyalty Lillard has shown. Stuck with the Blazers through thick and thin. It's why he is beloved in Portland.
Now here's Vucevic. Last game he had 12. Right side Jones. Beverly up top over Lillard. Kept alive. Second chance shot. Vucevic down low. Guarded by Reddish. Vucevic with the bucket.
And how about the hustle from Vucevic there on the glass, securing that precious second chance opportunity for the team.
Now here's Lillard. 13 points in the game. Pass to Reddish. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game. And at some point, Greg, you wonder if Lillard is the greatest Blazer of all time.
Listen, he is in the conversation. You'd have to include Walton Drexler up there. But Lillard's resume at Portland has a strong argument.
And now the first timeout call here for the Bulls.
And starting.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls lead by 2.
The Trailblazers 40. The Bulls 42.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy is getting
substitution on the
Chicago. Launches a 3. Portland grabs the miss.
Might be time for the coaching staff to bust out a play for him to get going. 0 for 4 to start the half.
In at the guard spots, Lillard and Sharp. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Little. And it's Nurkic in its center. That's the group on the floor for Portland. To the inside, Thibault. And the layup falls. And the Trailblazers lead by 2.
Nurkic getting more and more comfortable at finding the open men on this team.
Here's Tubb. No good on the 3.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
And so Levine will bring it up now for Chicago. Pass to Tubb. Just over a minute and a half played here in the 3rd. 3-pointer. It's hauled in by Thibault.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The offensive rebound. Little kicks to Thibault. No good on the triple. Well, Chicago's gotten a 3-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15. Here's Tubb. 12 points for him. Shot clock at 6. A miss that time. Would have put him up.
Is it getting cold in here? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Simons, he's checked in for Portland. Andre Drummond's checked in for Chicago. There's the pass to Thibault. And here's Sharp. Lets a floater go. Vucevic with the rebound. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the 3rd quarter. Here's Tubb. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game. And again, Chicago. No good. Portland leading.
An NBA All-Defense for 2 years running. Matisse Thybulle has been a game-changing defender from the minute he set foot in the NBA.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
We've got 1:48 left in the 3rd quarter. Trying to end the drought. And again, Chicago. No good. And Greg, we know at Washington, Thibault was the college defensive player of the year, averaging 3.5 steals and over 2 blocks a game.
And per minute, not far off that pace in the pros. His opponent field goal percentage last season good for 2nd best in the league.
For the lead, offensive rebound. Vucevic with the bucket. Vucevic has got 8 points.
Always a battle when you're up against Vucevic. His soft touch helps him convert inside.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over.
It's dance time in Portland. Here are your Blazer dancers.
And the Bulls will go for it.
At the line for the Bulls, Nikola Vucevic. At the line for home.
He knocks down the clutch free throw.
Tremendous job at the line as usual. You can always bank on him in those situations.
So the Bulls 5 right now. Levine and DeRozan, the lethal wing pair. Green is out there with Vucevic, and it's Tubb in at the point.
Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Here's Tubb, covered by Simons. Here's Tubb. Count it! Now a timeout called by Portland. They're behind by 2. 5 seconds left to play here in the 4th. Guys, what do you think?
I don't think they should be greedy here and think about a triple. With this much time left, I'd attack the basket, get a high percentage shot in time, and take my chances in overtime.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game. John.
And I love that it's been a hard-charging performance. Jump shots have been kind of an afterthought. His main goal has been to attack the rim and put the D in some tough spots and also finishing strong.
At the line for Portland,
So the big win by Portland in a tight game. That was a fun night of basketball and fabulous finish as they continued to wait out until the very last moment to seal.
And there are so many times when you see these tight games won at home, that advantage of having that crowd behind you oftentimes is the ultimate X factor.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin.